Kyle Busch is 1 month from turning 40 and has only 1 year left on his contract with Richard Childress Racing. Could that mean a retirement is coming? The worst part of it all is that Busch admits he hasn't acclimated as well to the next-gen vehicle. Are we witnessing the last full-time season of Rowdy in the Cup Series? With that said, there have been reports that Busch may be leaving full-time NASCAR Cup Series competition. Busch addressed the speculation on Sunday, confirming that retirement was being considered in 2022. But Busch still enjoys racing in the Cup and is determined to help RCR reclaim its glory days. It was a consideration 3 years ago, he told Fox Sports' Chris Myers, via CBS Sports' Steven Taranto. I think daily, you kind of work through those things and thoughts, and where you want to be and what you want to do. When you're still out here being able to enjoy what you're doing, working with your team, and continuing to try to improve RCR and improve the program and get it to where we all want it and put ourselves in victory lane, we're going to keep working at it. Busch, a 2-time Cup champion, has won 3 races since joining RCR ahead of the 2023 season. Not awful, but context is necessary. Busch is currently on a career-long 63-race winless skid. He last took the checkered flag on June 4, 2023 at Gateway. 2024 was undoubtedly his weakest season in the Cup, as RCR struggled to find speed. 2025 has been better. Busch had one of the fastest cars at COTA, taking the lead late before faltering in the final laps. He finished 5th, the greatest finish by an RCR driver. Busch has led 58 laps this season and has 3 top 10 finishes. But then came the last 2 Sundays, where Busch finished 33rd and 21st in Las Vegas and Homestead, respectively. Busch and RCR are up and down. The difficulties are frustrating. He explained on Saturday that it was not due to a lack of effort. It's definitely not due to lack of effort, that's for sure, Busch said at Martinsville Speedway, via Kelly Crandall of Racer. Everybody works very hard. I know the long hours and everything that everybody does. The only thing I can really say is, fundamentally, it's just work smarter, not harder. I think that part of it has been better. 1 week at Homestead, we can't focus on that derailing our season. The final 2 Sundays, where Busch finished 33rd and 21st in Las Vegas and Homestead, were bad. Thus, momentum vanished after 3 top 10 finishes at 3 very different racetracks. Busch's career-long winless streak has reached 63. He last took the checkered flag on June 4, 2023, at Gateway. He explained on Saturday that it was not due to a lack of effort. RCR has been faster this season. Busch had one of the fastest cars at COTA, taking the lead late before faltering in the final laps. He finished 5th, the greatest finish by an RCR driver. Busch has already led 58 laps this year. Last week at Homestead, his team made a mistake with the setup. His car appears to be in much better condition for Martinsville. Busch ran 12th fastest in practice and qualified 12th for the Cookout 400. The 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion hopes for a better finish at Martinsville. Vegas, we were fast, Busch remarked. I felt like we were legit a top 4 car and let the race play out. Then, obviously, Homestead was a complete miss. It looked identical to last year. You could replay the 2024 and 2025 Homestead races and see the Hendrick cars all having some pretty good speed, the Trackhouse and RCR cars running in the back. We're literally passing each other for 30th on the racetrack. That's not good. There's something to be said for that, and I'm not exactly sure what. But now we're here at Martinsville with a completely different package, so hopefully this will go better. Winning at Martinsville will perhaps give Busch the positive reinforcement he needs. Certainly after Kyle Busch has confessed that retirement was once a serious choice for him, but the 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion still enjoys racing enough to want to continue. The driver, who turns 40 later this year, is in the final year of his contract with Richard Childress Racing, so there are lots of worries about his future right now. And as we heard before, his words were pretty serious. It was a consideration 3 years ago, Busch told Fox Sports' Chris Myers on Sunday. I think daily, you kind of work through those things and thoughts, and where you want to be, and what you want to do. When you're still out here being able to enjoy what you're doing, working with your team, and continuing to try to improve RCR and improve the program, and get it to where we all want it and put ourselves in victory lane, we're going to keep working at it. Busch joined RCR in 2023 after 15 years with Joe Gibbs Racing. which ended when they failed to find a successor after M&M Mars quit the sport. After 56 victories with the team, his departure was one of the sport's biggest tales. However, 2024 was a nightmare for RCR, with Busch failing to win a single race and missing the playoffs for the first time in 20 years. Part of this is the NextGen vehicle, which he has been dealing with. "I've had some long conversations with Chase Elliott because we grew up the same way," he said. "Like, racing super late models across the country and those style of cars. And I'm like, man, have you found this thing to just be a beast? Like a challenge?" He's like, "Yeah, I've had to change my driving style, just like what you said." I'm like, "I don't know how to do that." As recently as February of this year, Busch stated that RCR must supply him with a competitive car. "I would say you gotta win, right? Unfortunately, we weren't able to win last year," Busch told Fox Sports' Bob Pockrass. "So, being able to get back to victory lane, being able to build on some consistency, getting those top 5s, top 10s, getting that number higher than what it was last year is definitely paramount." Busch is currently focused on a victory lane return with RCR. It is apparent that he has not lost his will to win. And after Kyle Busch's winless run has extended way into 2025, Richard Childress Racing's Vice President of Competition, Keith Rodden, has explained what the team lacks. So far this season, Busch's best finish has been a 5th-place finish at Circuit of the Americas, with an average finish of 18th in the team's number 8 car across the first 6 races. The scenario is identical to Austin Dillon's in the number 3. Dillon's highest finish in 2025 was P12 at Phoenix, with an average finishing position of 21.83 throughout the first 6 events. Rodden feels the team has the speed to compete, but concedes they may need to improve in other areas. "I feel like the entire complex has had speed this year in each series," Rodden told SiriusXM NASCAR Radio. "We just need to take that next jump, and there's a difference between running 5th and winning." Rodden continued, "We need to have Kyle and Austin in the top 5, learning what they need to contend for wins and make those adjustments and get our cars there. The very beginning of the season, we had potential to win races, and we need to continue working on our notes that we've taken from last year and so far this year, and keep working on our cars and get better. Everyone on this complex is a lot faster, and like I said, it's a testament to everyone at our shop and everyone at ECR for the great engines they're building. We just need to keep pushing and keep getting speed, but we want to make sure we race at the front of the field." Rodden concluded with a strong statement, emphasizing that the team is not there to make up statistics. "We don't do this to ride around," he clarified, "and we need to be up front. We owe it to all of our fans and all of our partners to go out there and put our best effort forward and go win races.